Hey guys, and welcome back to Epic Game Feed. I'm going over my energy ranked deck that I have built. This is actually the old deck that I built with, and I'll just let you take a look at it here, see what I got in it. And I have actually taken out a couple cards and changed it up a little bit to make it a little bit better against growth energy, or growth order decks, sorry. And later on in this video I'll show you a couple games with the new deck and how it does against them. Let's look at it. It's right here. So as you can see, I have added in the Gravelocks. I put in 3 Gravelocks. I have added in a Metal Heart, taken out an Ember Bond. Not too much. The main thing is adding in the Gravelock Elders because they have higher HP. And I also added in the Furies. This helps speed up my army of big mobs that take too long to do. It also synergizes with Clock Library a little bit better. Added in some Iron Whips. Took out one gun automaton. But yeah, let's go and check out how well it did. Okay, and here is my energy deck against a growth order deck. I start out with an Aether Pump, Ember Bonds, Gun Automaton, and a Cannon Automaton. He starts out with 1 growth, and I draw into a Charge Coil. I'm going to get rid of the Ember Bonds and play the Gun Automaton in the middle row. And Hujian, let's see what he does. What's he gonna do? So when playing against Growth Order, it's best to not play the Charge Coils and Aether Pumps unless you're using them as walls. At the moment, I didn't know that it was a Growth Order player, though. So I wanted to take that precaution of, if he's just a Growth, to be able to combat anything else he's going to throw at me. I draw into a Potion of Resistance, get rid of the plating, move the gun up, and put the Aether Pump down. And my gun does 2 damage to his middle idol. And he sacrifices for resources. At this point, I figure out that he is a Growth Order player. He just sacrificed for some order. I'm going to get rid of the Spark. I draw into a Fury and a Plating. So I'm going to put the Plating on the Charge Coil, because if he Quakes, then it's not doing anything damage to the Charge Coil, which is what I'm guessing he's waiting to do now, since he hasn't played anything. He goes for resources, plays a Ragged Wolf, plays another Ragged Wolf, so he's got 2 Ragged Wolves out there hitting my gun automaton. And I draw into a Burn. I'm going to burn one of his wolves, draw into a Iron Whip, and I'm gonna get rid of the Potion of Resistance for 1 energy. My gun kills his other wolf, and it's his turn. He sacrifices for resources, plays a Great Wolf, and I draw into a Gravelock Elder. Awesome. Get rid of the Fury, I think. Yeah. Play the Gravelock Elder on the other side, and end turn. Just not even paying attention to his creatures that he has out there. Because he's going to Quake. He's eventually going to Quake. And my 2 constructs out there will take care of that. They'll take care of the larger creatures to make sure that the Quake kills his as well. I draw into a Iron Ogre, and I'm going to get rid of the Dust Runner. It will just die too quickly. And I'm going to end turn, kill his wolf, or his sister the wolf, and then his great wolf's going to move over and take care of my middle lane there, depending on what he has drawn into. Plays a brother of the wolf. 2 damage to my Aether Pump. And I draw into a Potion of Resistance. I'm going to draw for 2 more. I draw into a Potion of Resistance and a Blind Rage, so I'm going to put the potion on my Elder and Blind Rage to make his brother go down to 2 HP. And then turn. There goes his Sister of the Fox. I think I called it Sister of the Wolf last time. Ugh. But now he has 6 growth, so he's able to Quake now. Is he going to do it? That's the question. Next turn, if he doesn't play any creatures, though, he's going to have a full wipe. Yep, he Quakes. And I still have my Elder and my Coil up due to the Potion of Resistance and the plating. And now I can start playing my Iron Ogres as he has Quaked already. Give the Ogre a couple turns out there. He sacrifices for Scrolls. Draws into another Quake. That's 2 Quakes in 2 rounds. I draw into a Burn. I'm going to get rid of it and play my other Iron Ogre. And I draw into a Fury, which is awesome. And I have a Whip, which means that I can make those Ogres hit faster. He pothers for cards. Sacrifices for Scrolls. He's at 5 Scrolls. He plays a Kinfolk Veteran. It's only going to hit him for 1. And then he plays a Brave. Drawn to a Dust Runner. And I sack for 2 more cards. I get another Iron Ogre. So I think I'm going to play it, yes. And in turn. So I have 3 Iron Ogres out there, kind of hard to deal with at this point. He pothers. I'm guessing he does a rallying. He's going to kill my middle Iron Ogre. It was poor placement on my side. I should have moved him over, but did not. I have a Fury, so I think I'm going to end up casting that after I play. Ooh, I get drawn to a Violent Dispersal. That's good. I should play the Aether Pump and then the Fury, but I don't. So put the Aether Pump, no. Move him back 1, put the Aether Pump in front of him, and in turn. I did that a little bit wrong. I should have definitely done the Aether Pump and then the Fury. But I do clear his board in his face. He's had 2 Quakes, and I don't think he's cleared the board once with 2 Quakes. So I've cleared the board twice. He Quakes again. That's his 3rd Quake before round 14. Crazy. I draw into a Cannon Automaton, and I put it in the back row behind the Aether Pump. Move my Ogre over, move the other Ogre over, and take out the middle Idol. And I do have 2 Iron Whips and a Fury, making this basically a good game unless he can keep on returning my Ogres to my hand, which would make him, he'd have to have 4 order to do that though. So plays a Great Wolf. Drawn to a Charge Coil. I'm going to sack for resources. I'm gonna Fury, move my guy over, move that guy back 1, and end turn. The pump should kill that. Yep, and that's another wipe. Another wipe for me. I also have an Iron Whip and another Iron Whip, which should end the game here. Fast game. I can't believe I have... Oh, he returns him. That will delay me a second or two. So what I need to do is... let's get rid of the Ember Bonds for another resource. Violent Dispersal him so he can't put anything on him. And I can Iron Whip him to do 6, and that takes down one other idol. And next turn I can Iron Whip the other ogre to attack his last idol, depending on what he puts in. He summons a veteran to attack my... Oh, and never mind, he does a Binding Root on it. But that doesn't matter because I have a whip to give my guy 8 and another whip to give him 9. He's just going to barrel through and kill, and that is the first game. There's a lesson on how to beat Growth Order deck, draw deck. Okay, so checking out the next game, I'm playing against Archeo. I start off with a Plating, Ember Bonds, Clock Library, Elder, and a Cannon Automaton, and it is Archeo's turn. And at this point, I don't know that it's a Growth Order deck either. I know I'm playing against Growth now. Drawn to a Metal Heart. I'm going to get rid of it for a resource and then turn. He plays the Sister of the Fox. Takes out the Ember Bond for a resource. I know I'm playing against Growth Order now. Does the summons. Get rid of the Ember Bonds. Play the Library at the bottom right. And end turn. Have a Gravelock in next turn. So the Gravelocks have been working out really well for me against Growth Order. This is, I think, the 4th game that I've played against Growth Order that I've actually won in a row. I haven't lost to a Growth Order deck yet with this deck, this new improved deck. I play out the Elder, and it's his turn, so he does a summons, plays a Woodland Memorial. And I draw into an Aether Pump. I'm going to draw for resources and play my yes. Trying to decide whether to put it on the creature or the... and I end up deciding to put it on the Library because I want it to pop. And I can wait 1 extra turn for the Cannon Automaton to come out. I draw into an Inferno Blast. I'm going to get rid of it, play the Cannon Automaton behind the Library that has a Potion of Resistance on it. Move my guy over to attack for 3. I don't care about his 1/1 that's going to get killed by a Quake. He's Quake. My Library is going to pop next turn unless he has something to take care of it. He doesn't. It pops. I draw into another Cannon Automaton, a Plating. It's awesome news. So I'm going to put the Cannon Automaton out and put a Plating on it and end turn. I was thinking maybe I should put it on the other 2. Maybe he has another Quake. And he does. Double Quake within the first 8 rounds again. So I do have a burn for his guy he just put out. I'm going to get rid of the Thunder Surge, burn him, play the Gun Automaton, and then put a Potion of Resistance on my Cannon Automaton. And if you haven't noticed, I've wiped him twice with his own Quake. I do have a burn. He put the thing on that. I'm going to get rid of the Dust Runner. Let's burn it. I draw into a plating. I'm going to put the plating on... Well, if he puts... Yeah, probably not the best move to put the plating on him, but whatever. He's going to recast that wolf this turn. He kabonks. I have the eagle. Plays a Ragged Wolf. Plays a Kinfolk Veteran. So I take 1 damage. And I draw into another Clock Library. I have a Thunder Surge though. I'm thinking about getting rid of it. And I do for 2 more cards. I draw into an Iron Ogre and a Violent Dispersal. I'm thinking I might need to Violent Dispersal the Veteran so that he doesn't put anything on it, but I'm going to take my chances to have the Iron Ogre out. And end turn. I'm hoping that he doesn't put a Divine Mark on his Veteran to get him back. He pothers. Ragged Wolves. Transpositions for extra cards. Divine Marks. Dang it. That's what I didn't want to happen. Alright, so I think I'm just going to leave that guy alone now. He can do whatever he wants. I'm going to put a library in front of him. Then get rid of the burn for energy. Put a Gravelock Elder out on the other side of the library. He can let his Veteran sit there and attack all he wants. But I'm going to move this guy over so that he has to move over there and attack him next turn. I still do have a Violent Dispersal. He moves the Clock Library over. I'm not sure if this was to attack the cannon or to draw cards or what. He puts out a Skirmisher. 2 damage to the Clock Library. I draw into another Iron Ogre. I'm going to get rid of the Violent Dispersal. I draw into a Charge Coil. I'm going to... I could play a Rallying. Or a Fury, sorry. That would take care of that one. Take care of two idols to do that, so that's what I'm going to do. And he's down 2 idols now. And let's see what he does. Plays a Kabonk on my Elder. Moves his guys over, does a Quake. He's going to kill my cannon, but I do have another Iron Ogre. I draw into an Aether Pump, I get rid of it. Draw into 2 Charge Coils. I'm going to put the Iron Ogre over here. That way he has to bring some people over there to defend against him. Well, my other 2 sit over here and try and take that 10 idol. And I'm going to end turn. He plays a Kinfolk Veteran up top along with a Sister of the Fox. He's at 2 cards, 0 resources for growth, and he ends turn. I draw into a Fury. I'm going to get rid of the Charge Coil, draw a Gun Automaton and a Hellspitter. Put the Hellspitter out, put the Gun Automaton, no, put a Charge Coil up there, Gun Automaton behind it, and end turn. He Fertile Soils the Sister of the Fox, drawing 4 cards. If he moves his Veteran over to attack the Spitter, then I can move my Ogre over and kill his idol. But he doesn't do that. Smart boy. I draw into an Aether Pump and a Grave. Then I get rid of it, get an Iron Ogre and a Gravelock Elder. Put the Iron Ogre down right there. And move the Gun Automaton up. And it is his turn. He summons. I have the Eagle. Sister of the Fox. If I draw into a whip, the game's over because I can just whip the ogre at the bottom. So he's hoping that I don't draw into another Fury or a whip. So I have 5 cards that can end the game. He plays a Memorial. Fertile Soil is his Sister of the Fox. Sacrifice for resources. Telling him, hope I don't get a whip. And he pothers. He only has 2 resource left. My turn. And draw into a Clock Library. Get rid of it. Oh, and there's the Fury. Exactly what I wanted. And I say, meh, good game. Didn't need the whip. Drew into the Fury. Fury. And end turn. Good game, my boy. And that is how you defeat a Growth Order deck. If you liked it, make sure you subscribe, like, comment. If you have any ideas to make this a better deck, right now I am just under 1700. I'm trying to get to, my next mile marker is getting to about 1750. I've hit above 1700 a couple times, but after I hit 1700, I always got up against the Growth Order draw decks. Well, I have a way around those now. I'm sure I'll lose once or twice to them, but this makes me win a little bit more often. So there we go. Make sure you stay tuned this week for the giveaways. I have one coming up on Wednesday, and then on Friday I have the 2 1,000 pack giveaway. So make sure you find the video for that. Like, comment on it. As long as you're a subscriber, you're able to win those. Alright, see you guys next time. Peace.